Dost thou need a shareholders meeting?
We know who the slacker is.
Oh, Timmy Turbo coming in as well. And Nico Nee just subscribed. Thank you, everybody.
Well, that's because Timmy gifted.
No, Timmy gifted a sub. Sorry, I read that wrong. Sorry, I apologize. Thank you, Tim, for the gift sub.
Timmy's almost gifted as many times as Diz is subbed to the channel.
That's true.
The bad part, it's also 50% his channel.
Let's see.
Welcome to the Frugal Streamer. We're so cheap we don't even sub to ourselves. I kid.
You gotta spend money to make money. Ain't that how that's supposed to go?
No, you gotta make money to make money.
I don't think that's what I heard.
Only in counterfeiting.
Oh,
in counterfeiting, you literally have to make money to make money.
I mean, that's true. Or for the government. Because the government can make money to make money.
Capitalism, you pay somebody else to work for very low wages so that then you can make more money. That's capitalism. So how's everybody doing? Oh, you know what we forgot to do? You know what we forgot to do? Because we came in and everybody was popping off. You know what we forgot to do?
What's that?
We forgot to do an intro. Just
thought that was your job.
Well, I mean, I'll do it, but hold on a minute. I'm going to do something first. Boom.
Oh,
there we go. Boom. Thank you, Clan Diesel, for giving those 5 subs to chat. Well, you're welcome, Clan Diesel. Oh, no, Clan Diesel, you're very nice. Look at all of that popping off in the thing. The people on YouTube, when they watch this later, are going to be like, man, what's all this bullshit going around for? All right. So, okay, so I'm doing the intro. Well, you know what? It's Thursday night, and you know what that means. It's time for 3 old men to sit here and talk about stuff and maybe get some input from you guys. Also, hi, Rican. I saw you in there. So hello. But I am one of your hosts, Clan Diesel. Off to my side here, you will find the one, the only, the beautiful Dr. Diz.
Get no respect because I don't pay the $5 a month.
Somebody's playing with a soundboard.
Nice. And then also, he is the one, the only, the man of thunder because he used to work down under. It's the Admiral, Double Up Buck. What up, Buck?
Hello. I don't know if that's supposed to be a golf clap or if somebody is hitting it from behind.
It could go either way. And that's the way we like it here at 3 Old Men. Someone clapping while we're hitting it from behind.
Somebody suggested that we needed some sound effects, so.
Nice. You just grabbing random sound effects from
The question is, though, is the person that's clapping the one that's getting hit from behind?
We'll never know. We will never know. Also, you know what is needed to know? More info you didn't know you needed to know. I like that title, Diz. That's very nice. Also, speaking of getting hit from behind, we are only 3 episodes away from the magical 69th episode of 3 Old Men. That's kind of how me personally, I envisioned 3 Old Men was kind of like morning radio. I don't know who is who. I don't know which one's Bob, which one's Sherry, which one's John Boy and Billy. I don't know how this goes, but there's three of us. So I don't know. Maybe we're more Howard Stern since there's more than two. I don't know. Anyway,
Howard
we're
Stern.
here.
Diz
Yep.
can be Howard. I'll be Big D, and you can be Boa.
Some rock and roll news.
Well, here's some rock and roll news. Did you know Tool has hats?
Nope, didn't know
They
that.
do.
Because they do.
For 66 episodes, I was unaware.
Oh,
Well,
if you
guess
want some
what?
rock and roll news, Maynard is actually doing a tour right now with two of his bands and Primus. Because he's not technically in Primus, but Primus, and they're all on the stage at the same time playing.
You mean like the god from
fucking
Transformers,
chaos.
Primus?
No, like the band. Like
The band that sung
Winona had
the-
a big brown beaver and she stroked it all the time. You know that song?
No.
Oh my god. Okay, well, we got to educate
I think
you on some
the
Primus.
only Primus song that I've ever heard, I think, is the South Park theme.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So there you go.
That's the only Primus that I know. It's the theme from South Park. But also, Regan, I'm glad you're here. I don't mean to derail the conversation or anything, but I have emergency transmission for everyone out in chat, or specifically you, Regan, because this involves you, because I know you liked this thing the last time. But tonight, live, as of 10 o'clock Eastern time, Once Human is back for CBT3. That's right. That's right. Give it up. Give it up. Welcome to twitch.tv/Nerdicopia Network, the best in public access.
I don't know how to move these into. Can I right click and favorite these things?
How do you move the how do you upload the videos to the Facebook? But anyway, yeah, it's back. Started. If you were in the last beta, you're automatically grandfathered in. You just got to update your launcher.
You mean I don't have to try for one of those codes?
No, you're already in, sir. Boom.
That
All you
took
got to do,
forever.
all you got to do is they're really wanting you to go in and create a character.
But I already had a character.
Well, guess what? It's a new beta test and everything is starting over because everything is new again. So there you go. But just saying, for everybody out there, it's back. I've already logged in. I created a character on server F.
Ooh, F.
Yes.
He F'd it.
Yes. And if you're really wild, there apparently looks to be 2 PvP servers up. But I don't know how that go. But anyway, there's A through F. I'm on F. There you go. That's all the information that I have currently, because I was in the middle of doing the intro and somebody sent me a message that we were going live. So I had to stop. So that's what I'm giving up to be here, chat. Because if you are a fan of Three Old Men or Nerdicopia Network, you may know I really liked Once Human. So that's how much I care about you and my co-host.
I
Just
feel
so you
like
know.
in about a decade, I can make the title that I was once human.
Maybe if we can get the military to give you that cool cyborg body that we know they're working on.
I
But
mean,
then-
Baker,
but
Baker
then we-
thinks I'm enable AI anyways.
Well, I was going to say, if they do put you in that body, though, we then have to kill you because we're hell divers and we don't trust clankers.
I mean, you can try.
Oh, we did. Did or did we not murder some toasters tonight
Hey, I just want to say
in hell dive mode.
in
Look,
hell dive
level
mode?
9.
We've hit.
Hey,
We went all the way up to 9.
y'all are welcome to try, but I bet I have more firearms under this roof than the 4 of you that were involved have combined.
Don't matter. These automatons have arms that are fire
And
Yeah, but if
chainsaws.
they're gonna
and
give me
chainsaws.
if they're gonna give me my cybernetics that I want, I'll be able to see way better than any American sniper.
Maybe all
I
these
won't even
guys
need
have
these
skulls.
glasses. I won't even need glasses
I
anymore.
see. I don't know how to work because all these guys have skulls for heads, or at least what look like skulls. They're skullish, but you get cool glowing red eyes.
Schoolish.
Schoolish.
Foolish.
Now I want to play. Now I've got to role play Helldivers as a Scottish Helldiver. Look at that big old male bastard over there. With damn red eyes and that schoolish head. Gonna kick his arse and recycle his body into a toaster for my mom. 3 old minutes tape before a live studio audience. Oh. Ocean RPs is General Newt Zach. I like it. I like it. It's dedication to the game. We mainly scream and run. You know, you've been with us.
I've heard it. They have absolutely no coordinated effort, chat.
No, we do. We've gotten better. We've gotten better.
I've yet to hear that.
We've gotten better. So how's it going? How y'all doing? How y'all been?
So, my question is, when are we going to play through the dungeons on Enshrouded?
Whenever you want to, just say when.
Because I walked to the opening of the first dungeon and I stopped right there. I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait.
I'll be your
I just wanted
Huckleberry.
to see. I just wanted to see where the dungeon was, and it looked really cool.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Did you walk or did you go to the nearest spire and glide?
Nope.
As close as
It's
you could.
actually when you come out of the starting area there, it's with the first little place where you use the little hook, grappling hook
Mhm.
thing. It's just a little ways past that. So I just walked over there.
Nice. Yep.
Put it right at the front door.
I'm excited for that. I do want to
That's
see
the
the
first one.
dungeons for Enshrouded. They've also added the circular doors and windows now, and then the other I don't know what you call them, NPC or whatever, the person, the new workbench,
The new
and
crafter.
and the person that comes with it, yeah, it's like a shadow crafter or something like that, isn't it? Supposed to be. Yep. I'm excited for
Well,
that.
I
Kind
guess
of
they
wondering what they
crashed.
got.
They help you create shadows.
May I help you in the dark arts, Mr. Potter. You,
Yoo-hoo!
yeah, you. Please stop yelling at me, Carpenter. I've got no time for your frivolities.
Hmm.
Did you steal the other guy's tools again?
I love the carpenter.
He is the best, isn't he? He's like the other guys behind. Like, somebody stole my tools, and I don't know what happened. You need to go find them because I need to make stuff. And the carpenter's like, "Yeah, I fucking stole them, and I forgot where I put them. It's somewhere in this general direction." It's like, when did you leave?
I drank so much that night. Just lost them.
Yep. Yep. Regan, that is a problem. There are too many good games right now. That is
Except
true.
the one game that I want is not. There's no news about it. It's like it doesn't fucking exist. They won't fucking
Still-
talk about it.
Still hoping for this June at the Xbox conference. Still hoping there'll be news. They got to do something. They're either going to announce the new Fable or a new Gears of War. If Xbox is extremely lucky, they're going to announce both. but they got to announce something
Will they
because
do
it's.
Gears of War in Helldiver style?
I mean, maybe they did make that. Didn't they make a Gears of War RTS or something? I know they made a Halo one. Did they make a Gears one too?
Not exactly. They've got a Gears Horde.
Gears
They've got a
Tactics.
Gears Tactics.
Yeah,
They've got a
there you
Gears
go.
Hive, but it's
See?
not exactly like
Turn-based
the-
strategy game.
Yeah, it's not exactly like Helldivers, but
I need to go back and play Gears. I've only played the first one.
oh,
I really
Never
enjoyed
played
it.
any of 'em.
Thought it was good.
I love those.
And
Looks like it has a good story.
yeah. Seems like it does.
And you don't have to read it, Diz.
Ooh, bonus.
Well, that is a plus in Diz's corner right there.
Now you can read the lore you pick up to find out about like the cogs of the people that have died along the way to get a little bit more backstory. But the main story you don't have to read about.
Yeah. Apparently, Enshrouded came out with dungeons. Apparently today or yesterday, Power World came out with a raid.
Mm-hmm.
So now there's a
Well, I
raid
seen-
boss in Power World that you can do. It's kind of cool.
So what was it, Clan? 2, 3 episodes that we did ago. We brought up Plunder Storm. Might have been a month ago.
Yeah.
You seen what they've said?
Mm-mm.
That it's going away at the drop of the next patch.
Yeah, I figured it was going to be quick in and out kind of deal.
That's why when you said, well, we have this to talk about, I was like, no, we don't. Like, it's not gonna make it. It did not last long.
No.
And
No,
if
it did
you
not.
read what they've discussed about it, it says from the devs, we will hold it in reserve just in case we need something else to throw out for an event, in case something that we're creating gets delayed and we need to put something out there.
So
I'm
now
like-
there's two glass cases. One has Illidan and one has Plunderstorm.
I hope not, because Plunderstorm's garbage.
Hmm.
It's a 15 to 20 minute battle royal piece of crap that isn't even going to last longer than the next update, which is in May,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
it goes away. Like
Yeah. That's crazy. That was effort that should have went to something else.
Exactly.
Is-
And I
is
told
what
y'all
that
when
was.
it came up, and you were like, I was like, I can't talk about that till they release it. There was nothing really to talk about.
Yeah.
It was a shot in the dark of trying to do something to pass the time, and it's not even worth passing the time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Here, Timmy asked a question in chat. Timmy Turbo TV, by the way, chat for everybody on YouTube that can't see the chat. Do you guys have any opinions on Skull and Bones, the pirate game from Ubisoft? About how it was super hyped up for years just for it to basically fade into obscurity.
I mean, that's the same as what happened with Atlas and Dark and Light and every other thing that they've attempted and failed at in games like this, because they've already got a game out that does most of what Skull and Bones did and more. And so it just couldn't compete with the game that's already out.
Yeah. The problem with Skull and Bones is multifaceted. Skull and Bones was promised almost a decade ago, if not a
Mhm.
decade ago at this point.
Mhm.
And it probably would have done well 10 years ago. The problem with Skull and Bones is basically you can see that it's the problem with AAA game development right now. And that is that you are hyping up a game that is really in the pre-production stages, right? You probably don't even have a story. You may have one art asset or something. So you make a quick thing like with the Skull and Bones about a pirate boat, right? Because you've got assets lying around from Assassin's Creed 4. The funny thing, Skull and Bones actually caused a 200% increase in the player numbers for Assassin's Creed 4 on Steam. So Assassin's Creed 4 was doing better than Skull and Bones. So
Now,
funny little anecdote there.
if Skull and Bones would have came out, like you said, when they first, really hyped it up and
Mhm.
mentioned it, then it may have gave Sea of Thieves a run for its money.
Yeah, 100%.
But it's too late now.
Yeah. Plus, it's bad that the ship combat in Assassin's Creed 4 is better than ship combat that came out on a game just now. That, keep in mind two things here that Ubisoft has one said is quadruple A, so better than triple A. And two is $70 in the United States.
Mhm.
I don't know. Like it was all show, and then it shows up, and there's nothing to show for it. I mean, the graphics in the game are not that good. It doesn't. I played it. I have a subscription to Ubisoft Plus. I played it. It's not that special.
It's not setting itself apart from any other game to be
It's
noteworthy.
if you break it down piecemeal, right? It is a multiplayer, always online game. Simple as that, right? You can play against other players, you can team up with other players, you can create guilds and stuff, go out and plunder, do quests, whatever, upgrade your boat. I can do the same thing minus the pirate part. Okay, I can't go out on a boat in Helldivers or whatever, right? But put it next to Helldivers, it is an always online multiplayer game. I can't play Helldivers offline. It's not a single player game. It's really made for you can play it single player, but when you do, it's going to shoot you into a party of single players to where you have 4 people go out and you do your mission and you come back and you're done, right? But it's also $40. And they wish that they had those numbers. I'm sure that they wish they probably had Power World and Enshrouded's numbers. And there's other games that are coming out at that low price tag. So it is going to be increasingly difficult for AAA games and companies that develop AAA games to justify the high price that they're asking for. Now, I know that they put in a lot of work. There's a lot of salaries. There's a lot of assets being made, yada, 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 yada. The problem is though, even at that large price tag, do you think Skull and what they sold, the amount of products sold to the end user, do you think Skull and Bones made back what the development costs were for Skull and Bones over the last decade?
Probably not.
I mean, that's me. I mean, I don't know exactly how much it costs to make the game just to get it in a shippable state, but I don't think they've made their money back. Because it kind
$120
of
million.
okay, $120 million. And I doubt, I'd say they've not released the numbers, but I would say that they haven't made $120 million. If they're lucky, they've made back what they've put in it. If they're extremely lucky, they've made back what they put in it.
But see,
Because
that's why I mentioned some of those other games, right? Like
Mm.
Skull and Bones against Sea of Thieves. This
Mhm.
one was already established. You launched this one, and you already have the database players over here.
Mhm.
They're not going to leave this one to come play this one. That's the exact same thing.
No.
It's just like when Grape Shot produced Atlas. Arc was already established. So you're gonna make a piratey version of Ark and expect it to outdo Ark or be on the same level? Too late.
Yeah.
You've already got the establishment here. This one's gonna fall off.
Right. Well, I mean, in that situation, the thing you're hoping that it's just that people will want to go to the piratey thing, right? They'll try the piratey thing because if you're doing the crafting thing, your crafting system or whatever will have to be try to be better than Ark's, else you're not going to
It
pull the
wasn't.
crafting player away
Yeah, it
that
wasn't.
is focused on, taming dinos and building bases and all this stuff. You're just trying to pull the hey, I want to be a pirate away from
Atlas
Ark.
had two things better than Ark because I played both. Atlas, you could build up a cliffside. Like you could physically build into the cliffside and make yourself, build up to the top of a mountain, and you could actually build a zip line all the way to the ground.
Yeah.
So all that you had all the building, which is a little different than Ark, and then you had massive boats you could make. It wasn't this little ass you made the raft and then you got so many parts on it and then it said, well, you reached your building limit. You
Mhm.
made actual galleons and skiffs and big boats. That's the
Mhm.
only thing that it had going for it, other than you were themed in pirate attire. Well,
Yeah.
newsflash, Art can just do custom skins to put over your armor and your weapons and make it look pirate. That's nothing that's going to outdo a game just for the theme of that.
Yeah.
So you only have two aspects that were beating out the other because the breeding was shit. Because if you tamed or the creatures in Atlas, you had to go back where you tamed them to breed them. You couldn't breed them where your base was. If you caught like two rhinos and they were in the southern hemisphere of the map, you had to go all the way back where you had caught them to breed them, or they wouldn't breed.
That's a bad system.
Yeah, that's horrible. Nobody wanted to do that and risk losing them on the open ocean again.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Tim. The promo video for Skull and Bones was definitely better than the end game. Here's the thing, and I don't know if anybody's made this connection or not. The Skull and Bones was released for the same reason Halo Infinite was released.
To destroy the franchise.
Yeah, well, we hope not.
But
Also,
they
Skull and
said they're
Bones,
making the
there
next
was no
one.
franchise. But the game had been in development for so long and there had already been so much money spent that they had to put something out in order to try to recoup as much money as they could for the shareholders.
Yeah, I was gonna say shareholders were about to blow a gasket. Like you've got to do something.
Mm-hmm. It's like,
Shouldn't have been open world. This shouldn't have
right.
been open world.
No,
There's no
it's not
reason
what
for it.
people wanted. But well, that's the problem. They shifted focus mid development, right? Because it's almost like they wanted when they first started talking about Halo Infinite, it was going to be like basically they were going to try to make Halo into Destiny. It seemed.
Yeah.
And then they couldn't. Something happened and 343 could not deliver that product. And finally they were just like, look, make it a shooty game. We'll use the open world that you've already built. Make it a shooty game like Halo's always been. We'll ship it and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. They turned it into Halo Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what it is. Yeah. Hey, Chief, you want to do that? We got an objective over here. We need you to go do that.
Ship it. We'll see how it goes. Right down the toilet.
I will finish this quest.
So just going back to Skull and Bones, it says that as of February 22nd, they had around 850 players. This includes people from the free trial. But let's just say that all of those people bought the game. 850,000
Let's see.
people. Okay. So if all of those paid $70 for the game, that'd be $59.5 million, which is not $120 million.
That is not. That is
not even half, technically.
Oh, so did he make half?
Nope.
Oh.
Well, and you've seen that Skull and Bones also fell off the freaking map. There was some people, Ubisoft was paying people to stream it. And when everybody stopped getting paid, the game stopped getting played.
I mean, that's
And it
just
was,
like
and
Call of
that was it.
Duty Infinite Warfare. When they made
Yeah.
that game, and you could go to GameStop the moment you got the new console, they were giving copies away of that game because they couldn't fucking sell copies of that garbage game.
Yeah.
They're like, here, you get a free copy. I don't want it. Well, sir, it's I do not want it. Give me store credit for that free game as I turn it back around and hand it to you because I don't want that garbage game.
I will not sully my system with this trash.
And they're like, sir, that's not how that works. Okay. Walk outside, come back in. I got this game. Can I trade it in for store credit?
Hmm.
I'm just saying. Like nobody wanted it. You're handing it out now for free.
Yeah. Well, the thing is they're trying to say, oh, well, you're going to pay this premium, right? And you're going to trust it because it's going to look so pretty. And we're going to have in all these things that you like microtransactions and, real money shops. And it's going to be always online and it's going to be a live service game. That way, the game never stops. Look what happened to Suicide Squad. That's another game from Warner Brothers, made by Rocksteady, the people that made the Arkham Batman games, which are amazing, amazing games. I love them. They are amazing games. And this thing comes out and shits the bed immediately because there's all kinds of microtransactions. It's another $70 game. It's always online. You can't play it if you're offline. It's an open world game and there's going to be seasons and you can buy different characters and skins and all sorts of fun stuff. And the game withered on the vine and basically died. I don't know of anybody that's still playing that game.
I think that's one of the big issues that the game companies are running into right now, right? They're trying to throw everything and the kitchen sink into their game. Meaning, open world, multiplayer, always online, all the pick a lane. Let it
Crafting.
be
Everything has to have fucking crafting.
Yeah, everything has to be have crafting.
Right, like let it be this. Let it have it doesn't have to have every aspect because the moment you shift gears from what your company that's been making all these games leading up to this one, once you shift gears from that focus and start pulling in all this added feature of shit that you've never had, people that have been playing your game go, the fuck's all this? I don't want all this.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy playing your game for all this extra bullshit you just added. Take all that shit out and put it back the way it was.
Well, all the stuff you're throwing in that doesn't need to be there just inflates the amount of time and the cost it takes to make the game instead of just making the game. Like if you want to make a single player game, make a single player game. If you want to make a multiplayer game, make a multiplayer game and then focus on that multiplayer aspect. I mean, it doesn't have to have, a real money store and crafting. Everything doesn't have to be crafted. Just let me, have a shop in the game and I win and I get currency in the game by doing whatever it is I'm supposed to do or whatever. And let me buy the weapon I want to use. And just, what? If I want to use that weapon from the time the game starts to the time the game ends, fine. That's fine. We're not going to obsolete the game, the stuff in the game because we're trying to get you to buy the new part of the game that just came out.
That's the part I hate about Destiny.
We're going to bump up the stuff that was there before. That way, if you want to use the stuff from early in the game, you can. We just make everything as strong as the new stuff, or we bring the new stuff down to be as weak as the old stuff. And everybody goes and does their thing.
The Gathering shooter for you today. Every 3 months, you need to give them more money.
It is, Regan, you're right. It is all about the C-suite teams. It's like Embracer Group. All right. The people that buy up all these game studios and hold the IPs and stuff, right? And they literally said that they were out. Their goal is to make money for their shareholders, not to make games for gamers. They don't care about the game. They don't care about the gamer. They don't, and nothing like that. They want to make the most money that they can so that the money comes back to the C-suites and the shareholders. 'Cause
Well,
that's what they care about.
That's
That's
where
why the
they're
indie
fucking
games
up.
are beating them out. So
Right,
Exactly. That's what we're
where they're
seeing.
fucking up. Because if you don't make a game that even a third of it caters to the gamer's not gonna buy and or play your fucking game.
Well, here's the thing.
So how are you
Like,
gonna make the money for the shareholders?
exactly. Just imagine how much money the the people that have a stake in these indie studios that have succeeded are making.
I mean, Valheim's a prime example.
Yeah. Valheim had
Those
5 people.
guys come walking in and go, "Here's this game," and they sold millions in no time.
No, yeah, oh yeah, Regan. Embracer can fuck off. They're the devil of gaming. Definitely. That is just a horrible thing. Timmy, I'll get to your question here in just a second. And I'm too. I'm glad that they lost their shirt when they sold Gearbox. I think that's great. They needed to. They needed to learn a lesson. And here's the thing: if you make a good game for the type of audience or genre that you're making it for, more than likely it's going to succeed because it's going to appeal to that group. Every game does not have to be every game. I don't want it to be a jack of all trades, master of none. Like if I want to play an RPG, I want to play a good RPG with good mechanics and a good story. If I want to play a shooter, I want to play a shooter that's fun that I can play with my friends and that, has good mechanics. Like I said, Helldivers, and I keep saying Helldivers, but it's just because it's the most recent game like this that I've played. On paper does not make any sense to me why I like it. And Diz was the same way when he first started playing it. He was like, I don't understand this because literally you're doing the same thing ad nauseum over and over and over again.
And you can't like aim right.
Yeah.
And usually that would frustrate me.
Exactly.
Like I can't sight in, but
Mhm.
it makes it feel a little more realistic, to be honest.
I can't
It
get
does.
either one of them to play WoW with me and work up renowned reputation. But these sons of bitches will jump out of a ship onto a planet over and over again to gather fucking parts and return back to their place and do it again.
Yep.
Yeah.
It gets my adrenaline going. And doing the same thing over and over to get lore doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. That's my problem. It's like I know this is bullshit. In Helldivers, though,
getting there.
it is you get so anxious because of everything that's going on. I don't know what it is. It just hooks you. At least it did me. And I think Diz was the same way. Like it's just the experiences hooked him. But like I said, on paper, it doesn't make sense. It does not. But they wanted to make this type of game for this type of audience, and it succeeded beyond their wildest, like Valheim. It succeeded beyond their wildest dreams. And
they just get over themselves and quit having to reset the world every time they added shit. They'd have more people playing.
They would. Well, it's like when Valheim made their money, and they were like, "Well, what are you going to do? What are you going to add to it?" Well, we had the roadmap, and they're, "Well, what's after that?" And they're like,
"Nothing.
There is nothing after that. This is our roadmap.
Nothing.
This is what we're adding to the game."
You could maybe replay the game if you want.
Yeah,
but
when
you
we're
should
done
probably
with
just go play another game.
Right, you can go play another game.
They're like, we're not adding expansion.
You mean I don't have to play this game forever? No, there's other games. Go play them too.
But to be honest, I want to do what Gathalion and them are working on in Valheim.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. I mean,
I
yeah,
want to play that version
when
of
that
Valheim.
comes out, I definitely want to play that. Yes, 100%. That is amazing. That is freaking amazing. But so what are our thoughts on Helldivers Store microtransactions? Diz, I've been talking and talking and talking. What's your take on it? Because you've not really
done
done anything
in your
with
face. Yeah, it's not shoved in your face. you earn the currency that you spend in the store anyway in game. So I haven't
Mhm.
purchased any of the credits, and I've been at right now. I'm sitting with like 300 and something credits that I could spend,
Yeah.
and literally they don't have enough stuff in there for me to want to buy all the different
Mhm.
things
Yeah.
because I'm a player that finds what I like and I purchase that thing and that's what I want to play as. That's what I want to
Yep.
do. I don't need to have all the things. So it I mean for me it's even if you needed to buy all the things, you would have spent 20, 40 bucks maybe, and you probably have
Yeah.
purchased all of the things that they have available right
Mhm.
now.
Mhm.
They're
Yeah.
not even they don't even seem concerned with it. And that's the one thing that we've said that they could offer more customization for the characters,
Mhm.
but them not doing that just shows that they cared more about the actual game than the microtransactions.
Mhm. Yeah.
And the different outfits do offer little perks, but they're very minimal perks.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter because you're not competing against your fellow players. Everybody's on the same team.
Yeah. Everybody that plays is on the same team, and that is
So
cool for me.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's a
like
free for all, chat.
l-
They kill each other. I've seen it happen.
you can kill
sometimes
each other.
you can kill each other. Yep. And I agree with this. There, some people were saying it's pay to win and stuff. It's not at all. There is no pay to win. It's not like a gotcha game or something where it's thrown in your face. Hey, buy this.
Mm-mm.
We've got this. You can literally play the game for just the $40 it takes to buy the game and never spend a dime and not have a problem. Like there's not anything in the war bonds that make you super powerful or give you special abilities that you normally wouldn't have. Everything in the free war bond that you have has the same abilities as the stuff in the paid war bonds. There's really no difference. There's no special armor perks out of those or anything like that. It doesn't shove it in your face every time you log in that hey, we have new stuff in the store. Literally, you
No.
could never it's not even the front thing when you the store, the actual store is not even the front thing when you bring up the stuff to spend your in-game currency on. You actually have to physically tab into it to see what's in the store. And even then it's like 4 items, and if you did pay real world money to get the currency, it would literally be less than $10 to buy everything in it at that time.
Yeah.
Like I bought the game, the base game, and then I upgraded to the deluxe edition and stuff just because I like the game and I want to support them. You don't have to do that to play the game at
Yeah, the
all.
season passes don't go away. So I mean you can
Yeah,
always go back and purchase them and
yeah,
you can even
yeah.
skip over it. So you like I haven't purchased any of the season passes. I can
Mhm.
purchase the second one or the first one or the third one whenever it comes out or whatever. So
Yep. Yep. Yeah, they'll always be there. So if you buy the game 6 months from now, those passes will always be there for you to go into. And like you said, you find the currency in the game. So you never have to buy the season pass or whatever. You can just save up the currency in the game and then buy it later for $0 real world money. So I mean, I think it is very shocking to these big developers that these games are being so successful and some of their stuff is not.
Because they're not catering to the players or catering to the fucking shareholders.
Exactly. Their game has no substance, right? Even if they do put a game out there that is always online and you can play with your friends and everything like that, is if the game is not a good game to play, no one's going to play it. Now you may get some people buy it initially just to try it out because it's something that, oh well, I like these characters that are in this game because I like, DC characters, or I like Harley Quinn, or I like Batman, or whatever. Or I like pirates. But if there's not a good game in there, eventually you're gonna be like, well, this sucks. I'm just gonna move on to something else.
I mean, like Diz read, as of February, they ain't even made half of theirs back from Skull and
Yeah.
Bones.
Well, WB said they're going to move on to just pretty much develop like mobile games.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I pulled up a chart here that is very interesting.
Ooh, charts. I like charts.
Yeah. So this chart here, it just kind of shows
I've seen something that looks kind of like that,
it
but
spreads
we
out.
can't look at videos on this screen. What those
It
shapes
shows
are
up
used for, Diz.
how it's broke down. I mean, right now you've got over 300 billion that's earned in the gaming industry in revenue yearly. So it's going to attract, people that just want a piece of that pie. And you can see as of the mid 2000s there, mobile starts taking off as we start getting all the smartphones out there.
Yep.
And mobile gaming is now the biggest earner.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we're sitting here talking about PC games or maybe console games, but even, I mean, even with them combined, it's still this, it's still less than mobile games,
Yep.
altogether there. So, pretty wild. Look at the poor arcade, just tapering off into nothing.
I miss arcades. I miss
That'd be my
arcades.
dream job if I could just own an arcade.
Do you remember how awesome it was when like you had to go? And this is a very I'm dating me and Diz in this particular thing because I know probably Diz has done this before, and I would say Buck has too in the past, but I know for a fact 99% sure Diz has. Like when you went, you had like a church lock in or something at the bowling alley, and you went down there and you got to bowl and you got to play pool and they had the couple arcade machines. You went
Yep.
down there and they had a really cool arcade machine, like they had like 4-player Ninja Turtles on the arcade. They had like
Rampage,
Rampage or the Simpsons arcade game, Gauntlet,
X-Men.
something cool. Yeah, X-Men, exactly. I mean, that was awesome. That was
Yep.
amazing. You knew
I went
you had a
to
good time.
I
Timmy
went to a
just
birthday
dated
party
himself
where they
too.
just gave you a bucket of tokens, and
Yes, it did.
I beat
That is not an arcade game that was out when we were playing.
I beat the X-Men arcade game during that
Mm-hmm.
bucket of tokens.
Yep.
And then at 1 year at the Danny Boo Festival, the local festival that where we grew up, they had a tent and it had a bunch of arcade games in there, and they only had it the 1 year. And
Yep.
me and one of my buddies beat the Simpsons arcade game with just quarters. And I
Yep.
don't know how much. I don't really think we spent a lot of money to do it, but it was more than probably I would normally spend sitting playing an arcade game. But
Yep.
that's two fond memories I have of just arcade games, and so
Yep. Yep.
I don't know.
Me too. Going to Oasis and playing Street Fighter 2 on the arcade, or eventually Mortal Kombat on the arcade.
But the draw of them was that they were better graphics than we could get at home, and now it's just not the
There
case.
isn't that. Yeah.
Yeah, this would be the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Like I said, I don't understand why they're doing it. Well, I mean, I do understand why they're doing it. They're trying to make more money. Because there's a flow chart that says if you do these things, then it should equal money. And the thing that they're seeing now is it doesn't necessarily do that. And if you do the things that you're not supposed to do, sometimes you make even more money. But that's just me, and that's my soapbox for today. And you don't have to take my word for it.
That's enough of charts.
It loves charts, chat.
spreadsheets.
So didn't the creators of Power World, didn't they use AI or something to help them create that or something like
They
that?
did not. That was
did not.
actually a lie. And the person that
Was that
started
all?
that rumor actually came out and said that he made all that up because he was, and this is just what was in the thing. I'm not taking sides or anything like that, but because he was an animal rights activist and he didn't like the fact that you enslaved pals in Power World.
But you can enslave people in Power World too.
You
I
can't.
mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
Clearly, he didn't care about that part.
But, even if that's not true, right? It's probably happening right now that people are using it to help them write the code, develop the games, hell, make the
Oh,
artwork.
oh yeah, 100%. I mean, there's definitely people. I mean, there's major game companies that are right now using AI to build their games. I mean, it's a tool that's out there. The problem is, the gray area with that, and the part that everybody's gonna have to sit down and come to an agreement on is like, you
How
know,
much is that AI worth
well, yeah, how much
in the
does it
price of your game?
cost? It right, and then two, what do you do with like, the people that you've hired to design art and assets for the game that the AI is going to do, or programming for the game that the AI is going to do, or voicing, uh, things like that. That's the part that everybody's having a problem with.
Hmm.
Because if you're relying on the AI, say, to do a third of your game creation, and you're still going, well, we're gonna still charge $70. Well, you didn't have the workforce of $70 worth of game creation.
I like your guys' viewpoint of it is immediately that the big companies wanting to utilize AI to trim down, you know, the cost of it, hiring all these coders and artists and everything like that.
No, not
But
necessarily.
literally, I could go out there and use AI to replicate that I have a large team of workers,
Hmm.
and then it's just me, small time, being able to compete with larger companies,
No, I'm not saying
Yeah.
that it's a good or bad thing. What I'm saying is that
Mm.
them using AI and still pushing the fact that our game is valued of the amount of work put in, the amount of staff that utilized is still going to be shown that we have X amount of workforce, but yet X amount of workforce was not completely utilized because you used the AI to do X amount of work, but you're still expecting to profit the same amount as if you had the entire workforce do the job.
Hmm.
Well, the amount that they charge, it feels like they just pulled that number out of a hat because it's just, oh, well, it was $20 last year. Now it's going to be $30. And then the
Right.
next
I
year it's
mean,
going to
because
be
they're trying to do
$40.
inflation and all
It
that
just
other
keeps
mess.
going
But
up, right? So,
Yep.
right.
Yep.
But at the same time, it still feels like they're going to try to cheat the system that way by utilizing that kind of programming.
Oh yeah.
Because there are rules in place that a company has to meet a certain workforce requirement to be in a certain bracket. Like, Blizzard's got X amount of people working on a project, and you talking about you Diz being one that using an AI to make it look like you're that big. You couldn't be in the same bracket with them because if somebody investigated you and proved that you weren't, you could get in trouble for trying to fraudulently show that you were the same size company as what you're going against in the different tier. So the people trimming down their actual workforce and using this are going to still try to make the same standing as we should be here when you're not because you're shrunk down to here now.
Well, what you're talking about is valuation. So that would only become an issue is if some smaller groups trying to fraudulently make themselves look like they were a larger company so that they could draw in investors. That's
But
where
it could
would.
also be the bigger groups trying to throw shade or trying to knock rivals down by proving that their competitors are using that to knock their competitors out of that market.
Maybe. Possibly.
That's going to turn into a major headache for investigational standpoints.
I mean, it's just going to be the way it goes, and I don't know. So I already hear rumors of coders having issues, finding
Yeah.
jobs and stuff like that
Mm-hmm.
because of this. So
Yeah.
it'd be interesting.
Definitely.
Jimmy's talking about over here, talking about enslavement already in chat. Beautiful.
He did
That's a bold
capture some
choice.
people.
Power World's made.
Yeah,
Bringing back
it is.
enslavement of humans. Bold stance that they want to take.
They said, remember what Lincoln did? Throw that out the window. We're bringing that back.
The bold move. Button.
Really? Okay. But hey, I mean, whatever. No, nobody's pointed a finger at him and slammed the door yet.
So I've got a question. Have you, either of you or anybody in chat, ever eaten the strawberry Swiss rolls?
Of course. Because
How-
they're not Swiss Debbie cake rolls, which are chocolate.
Well, these are chocolate, but
There's
instead of
white
the
chocolate.
instead of the white filling, it's replaced with pink strawberry filling.
And there's white
Yes, but I'm saying
chocolate on the bottom, right?
the strawberry shortcake roll does not have chocolate.
Yeah, but this isn't the strawberry shortcake roll. And I would totally understand you eating those.
Oh, you're talking about the Swiss cake roll that has just the white is replaced with the red. No, I've not eaten those.
Yes.
I know what
I'm
you're talking about. I've seen them, but no.
Yep.
They usually have
Yes.
them for like Valentine's Day and stuff.
Yep. So my wife has bought me some. I've not been brave enough to try them yet. I'll be perfectly honest with you.
So she's trying to murder you.
Possibly. Possibly. I'm just saying. I really like the Swiss cake rolls.
Which cat annoys you? The purple color? Give purple some first. Just the inside, not the entire roll. Just the pink part.
They won't eat it. You
tried already, huh?
No, the
See,
cats are not,
he's tried.
the cats are not much for sweets. Now Gibbers, he would maybe try a bite.
Yeah, but if you get any of the chocolate in that, then he's in trouble.
No, actually, Gibbers has had chocolate.
He shouldn't. It's not good for dogs.
You're right. You're right. You're right. And I have said this multiple times. However, so yeah, I will try those and I'll report back how they are. But concerned.
I thought you were talking about the strawberry shortcake rolls, but I was like, yes, I have ate those.
No, I have ate those. Those are good.
They are very sweet.
They are. I can only eat about half of one because it just overloads the sweetness.
I eat one and then I go, like, I'll grab two out every time and I'll eat one and I go, I got to put you back. Like, there's just too much damn sugar in these.
Yep.
My brother could eat like half a box of
how do you
those
eat
in
them?
one
Do
go.
you just eat them from the top down? Like
No,
corn on
it's
the
not
cob?
it's not like corn on the cob. No. No, and I know what you're doing, and I'm going to show you how I eat them. Because there's no way you can
Okay.
show you eat a Swiss roll properly and it not look like something else.
What if you had two of them, one in each hand?
Oh, like so, like, are you like this, or
Yeah.
are you gonna be like, are you gonna be like a little kid being all happy and be like, yeah, hey? I knew what you were going for. I knew what you were going for.
But yeah, Clint, my
Smartened up.
Marine brother can
Yep.
eat half a box of those strawberry shortcake rolls in one sitting, and I'm like,
Damn,
you're gonna get the diabetes.
and also the diarrhea. Yep, exactly. Like Goldberg eat corn on the cob the long way. Yep.
I don't even think I want to see that ever happen. Yeah, when it
That's
looks
true.
like
I
you're eating an
have seen.
armadillo's ass.
Have, damn, that is very specific. It's very specific.
I mean, you
Yes,
can't
I
deny
have
it, Clint.
seen
You were
you.
there. You saw
I
it.
have seen you eat a cheesecake and a DQ cake. Yes, I have. But I love both those things.
And that just for some reason makes me think back to Malnox's
Pizza.
Oh yeah,
display
the
of
sensual
devoured a pizza.
pizza. Yeah, the
He
sensual
gets a
pizza
large
eating.
pizza and he's sitting there like this, just eating the whole damn thing in the session. It's like, Jesus, dude.
He is, but like that
Mm.
before he eats it, the HBO guys should come on and be like, the following pizza eating is rated R. It contains violence, nudity, sexual situations. Viewer discretion is advised. HBO presents Real Pizza 14.
I've
Oh,
never
man.
gotten to eat a Dairy Queen cake.
I love Dairy Queen ice cream cakes. They are the best.
There's so
I used
much
to like them
chocolate in
more
one of those.
than now. I don't know.
Oh,
I
I
like
love them.
them as much now.
They're my favorite things in the world. I will
I
do
did
things
see
for a Dairy
that
Queen ice cream cake.
Dairy Queen has a frosted animal cookie blizzard out right now.
I saw that. All I want,
God,
yeah.
that's
Listen,
too much.
this is all I need at all. I need Oreo Blizzard, Reese Cup Blizzard, Georgia Mud Fudge Blizzard, which is really just Mississippi mud cake, but for some reason they call it a Georgia Mud Fudge. I will take also those, and then they need to bring back the one that they don't have anymore that I need, and that is, yes, that's right, Tim guessed it, it is the Cheesequake Blizzard. It needs to come back.
Harley likes the strawberry dipped chocolate blizzard and the turtle.
Yeah, see, I don't need none of that. I don't
Just
need.
Oreo.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
it.
I just
That's all.
that's
I
all I
need.
want.
You take me
Also,
there, I'm getting Oreo.
also the best Oreo Blizzard
Oh,
is
I
the
used to
Oreo
get
McFlurry.
I used to get banana split though.
Banana
Where in
Split's
the
good.
devil are you getting a McFlurry? No McDonald's ice cream machine is working. They're all broke.
If you come to this area of the woods, I can take you to a McDonald's whose ice cream machine is usually working.
You got a cousin works there?
There is one, and usually it is working.
Was that a real question, Buck? I thought that was a rhetorical question.
I was asking if he's got a cousin works there. So
I
why
do
he
not.
knows that one's
I thought that was
working.
rhetorical. That
Yeah, me too. I do not have any relatives that I know of that are working at McDonald's. It's not the one
Because when the
in
stepson worked at
Barberville.
McDonald's, that McFlurry never worked. That ice cream machine was never working.
It's also not the one in the crater.
there's two in the crater,
It is. This McDonald's lies in between
the greater crater area,
the greater crater metropolitan
if you
area.
will.
And
Exactly.
then of course, Wendy's coming out with that new frosting.
I tried the Frosty.
The orange creamsicle.
It needs more orange.
It needs something.
There's
It's
not.
definitely missing.
I mean, it's good. I like it, but it needs more orange flavor. There's not enough orange flavor in it. But now their pumpkin Frosty is muy bueno.
Never tried the pumpkin.
It's good. It's very good. Highly recommended. When it gets pumpkin time, go get one. It's very good.
You know the ice cream dairy barn I told you about?
Mm-hmm.
Their most recent sorbet was cherry limeade. It can go to hell. I will never get that one again.
I don't want sorbet. I want ice cream.
They have all sorts of ice cream. They only have one sorbet ever on the list.
I thought you just used sorbet to dump into a bowl full of Hawaiian punch so you can make punch
That's sherbet.
for like proms.
That's
Chad
sherbet.
says that Arby's owns almost everything. That is
They do.
That is a very broad statement. I don't
I
feel
think
like
you
they
meant
own
food.
me.
I think you meant food,
You need to check
like fast food chains.
because they do own a lot of fast food chains.
So it should be Arby's. We own the
The meats.
meats
Yes.
and the buns.
And the streets.
I told you,
I
like,
like-
Lane, you ever
I like
decide to come
B-dubs.
out here and visit? I
I
got
like
you ice
B-dubs
cream
as well.
I
and
like that
ramen.
B-Dub stays open so freaking late.
I haven't ate at a B-dubs in a long, long time.
Yeah, you get out of a concert, B-Dub's open till like 1 or 2 in the morning.
All right, Chad, it's time to reel it in.
Apparently,
It's time to go. Diz
He's
is
had-
done.
he's had the guitar out since before you ever joined, though. Like, he had it prepped and ready.
I wonder if I can get it loud enough.
I expect Freebird.
I mean, you can expect in one hand, and you
Hey,
know
if I'm
what?
sh-
The other.
If I'm shitting in the other, I'm throwing it at you when I finally see you.
Damn. Rude.
I mean, you the one being rude, not coming over and
I
visiting.
almost got it there.
Insert music here.
Right.
Yeah, it's not loud enough. We're not set up for music here.
We are not. We are not.
So, Scorched Earth came out Monday.
You've not moved to it yet.
No, but they held true to their word. It came out April 1st.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised.
It also came out on Game Pass. For anybody that's got Game Pass and wants to try a new Ark, it's there. 122 gigs of it.
Don't worry, it'll get larger.
Yeah.
They got
shit.
way more maps to bring out.
You want to play Ark? You better go buy a hard drive for it. All on its own.
I'd recommend a 2 terabyte hard drive, chat,
Yep. No shit.
just for Ark. Because
Yeah.
they don't play.
This is true.
That thing has always been a massive fucking game. But I haven't shifted because we had to beat the Overseer first.
But you did.
Yep, no, I took care of that on Tuesday.
So now you're ready.
Yeah. I still can't believe the bullshit they pulled though. 60 days before I can move any of my dinos to the next map. What kind of garbage ass shit is that?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Helena and Mei Yin kissing.
No. I know about all that shit.
I like that part. But yeah. You go, girl.
But
I just had a joke pop in my head and I almost said it, but then luckily my brain overruled my mouth and I didn't.
I mean, seriously, as long as they've had us on standby waiting on the map, right? Because Center was supposed to come out February and
Uh-huh.
it got shit canned because
Shit canned.
the group making it didn't have it set up right.
Mhm.
And then Scorch got pushed back to April because they were still fine tuning it for Unreal 5. And then you're going to tell everyone in existence you can't move any of your dinos for 2 months after the game launches.
And that's because they don't have dynomove.exe ready to go yet.
No, they have it ready. There's a
Yeah.
reason that they
I mean,
that they
fuck
haven't
that bullshit.
allowed it.
Everybody should quit Arc then. Yeah, exactly.
The reason that they
Everybody go
don't-
by dark and light.
the
Yeah.
reason that they don't want you shifting your dinos is because they want you to go after all the dinos that are on the new map.
Would they just take Dark and Light and make it an expansion of Arc
No.
There you go.
with the Grim Reaper in there? First time Buck sees the Grim Reaper.
That's
I mean,
true.
What
they
the
have a
fuck is
Reaper.
that?
They have a Reaper in Arc. It's
Can-
an aberration.
Can you
Guarantee it's
tame?
not as badass as
It's
this.
not as bad as
motherfucker.
this one. This one saw the guards at the gate. The guards like, "Hi, we're guards at the gate. You can't beat us." It's like, "Oh fuck, I can!" And then proceeded to beat their ass,
The Reaper in
and then beat
aberration,
mine.
the female will impregnate you, and then its baby will shoot out of your stomach just like an alien.
I don't think that's how babies is made.
And if you aren't don't have the right pheromone to keep it from eating you after it's born, you're its first meal.
Damn. So worse than the seahorse.
So
But not worse than penguins.
That's true.
Penguins. Fucked up birds.
They are. They are fucked up birds. They're all pissed off because they ain't got them damn wings.
They got the wings. You can't use them for shit.
They can't.
they got flippers.
Literally. Take these broken wings.
Keep going, Clan. Get another get another issue.
There's less than 15 seconds. It's fine. And it was used for comedy, so therefore it falls under the fair use. Suck it, DMCA.
But yeah, I mean, it's
Oh.
just
Hopefully we don't get DMCA.
it's just bullshit on that part though, because y'all seen the size of those dinos that I was gonna bring with me to aid me in this new world.
Damn.
The amount of dinos that you have,
Okay.
Buck, if you're having
Okay.
trouble beating anything in the game, there's no hope for me ever playing this game and doing
No,
any
no,
of
no,
these
no.
things.
No,
Are
no,
they
no,
as cute as my cat though?
no, hold on,
Because
hold
they're
on.
not.
The amount of dinos I have is not the issue. I'm not taking all those dinos to the next map.
Are you
Only
murdering the ones that you don't take?
no, they're staying on the island.
Euthanizing
the-
them.
No, I'm not euthanizing them. They're staying on the
Okay.
island. The plan is I was going to take one bear, one
Of course, a
Archie,
bear.
one Rex.
Fucking bear.
I just want Clan to voice it. I want a male bear, and I want him to voice it when he almost dies. I want him to say,
Almost fucking die. That would be better if we can hack that in. We need to do that. Someone that can mod Arc, please let us know.
So I want, those guys over there so that I have a better way to deal with the death worms.
Like from Beetlejuice.
Sort of. They're
Or
out
is it
in
like
the.
is it like a condition? Like
No, okay,
you
so
get the
th-
Oh, you got
you
death
get the
worms?
No,
shit.
no.
Oh,
Think of death worms more like graboids.
I know what you're talking about, but I didn't watch Tremors.
So when you're out in the desert and there's no rocks or anything around, and you see the sand just start kind of moving,
Mhm.
you better get the fuck out of there, because if it catches your attention, it's coming at you and it's going to try to eat you and your mount and anything around you that it perceives as
Like in Mass
resource.
Effect 1, when you would drive around on the
Yes,
planet and
exactly.
randomly
That big worm.
boom, it would just eat you and just no
Yep.
warning.
So that's why I want to take some of my bigger dinos. So when it tries to eat me, I can kill it back. Because
That
in
is the
order to
rule.
summon the boss on this map, the Manticore, which is what I have to fight at the obelisk, I have to have the Death Worms item.
Is it a can of Manwich for the Manticore?
No. But I also have to get very fast flyers if I want to get a wyvern. But I also have to have something strong enough to kill the wyverns so that I can get the female's milk, because that's the only way to feed the babies when they hatch.
Are the
You're getting that
wyverns
with
fast?
consent, though, right? You're getting
I
consent
mean,
when you get the
they'll
milk,
be
right?
dead. They'll be dead.
I mean, I think that would sour the milk.
I mean, I'm going to collect it not anywhere near how Luke Skywalker collected it from the creature on that island in episode 8. If you know, you know. But you have to go into a volcanic trench, and there's shelves with nests on them that have little eggs. And when you fly down to there, it'll tell you the level and type of the wyvern. And the moment you touch it, every wyvern in the trench turns to protect the egg. Doesn't matter if it's the same species. So you have to be able to get out of there fast enough without getting killed.
And all the wyverns are behind you going, oh, yeah, I'm fast as fuck, boy.
And there's only 2 dinos in this game fast enough to outfly them.
Maverick and Goose.
Mhm. Iceman, sir.
I was gonna say Goose is the co-pilot, so
I know who Goose is, but he was he was in the jet. He was fast.
he wasn't fast enough to miss
He
the
was-
cockpit.
He was inverted.
No, is it inverted? Okay.
But he wasn't fast enough to miss the cockpit clan.
That's the problem. He was too fast.
Right.
He was faster than the hatch.
Too fast, 2 fractures. Luda.
So instead of being faster than these things, I wanted to bring my Archie over and just be stronger than these things and just murder them.
I want to be very fast, like no wyvern ever was. To catch this egg is my real quest. To hatch it is my call. Arc Scorched Earth.
The last time, or the first time I ever got one of those eggs,
Gotta catch 'em
accidentally
Dragon
consumed it
balls.
instead of throwing it down to hatch it. So I accidentally ate the egg. I was like, no, I've got to go back in the trench again and get another one.
Yeah.
I will not be doing that on stream. You know how embarrassing that would be? Chat, we got an egg. Oh, fuck. Now I gotta go get another one.
Now we got to go back and get that new egg. G2G. Stream is over.
But we get to get mantises in this one.
Can you breed a Trogdor?
There is no Trogdors.
Oh, he's a
Worst
dragon
game
man.
ever. He is a dragon man. You telling me in Ark I can't catch a dragon man?
I mean, there may be a mod,
I hope so.
but we get
I
to
mean,
get
he was
mantises in
a
this
man.
one. And
He was
these
a dragon.
mantises get to hold weapons, melee weapons.
Like this?
They can dual wield like clubs or pickaxes or swords.
Or
And
strawberry Swiss rolls.
strawberry
No.
Swiss rolls.
That is not a melee weapon in the game.
Dear
It is
God,
if
it's
you use
the-
it against Clan Diesel.
Exactly. Dear God, it's the bane of all diabetics. The elusive strawberry Swiss roll.
That's the sweet veggie cakes. Those are in the game.
Strawberry Swiss roll. Bring some insulin.
I mean,
Prepare for my sweet vengeance.
Oh.
we could pretend to hit you with one of my pheromone darts or something, Clan, act like it's insulin shot.
Oh, what are you going to do though when the praying mantis you knock its weapons out of its hands and it has sex with you and then eat your head?
No. After you tame it, you give it the weapons. It doesn't have
Hmm.
weapons out in the world in the wild.
But then it hits you with them bedroom eyes and you fall for it and then it eats your head. In these mantis eyes.
It's all right. I'll just have to learn y'all some things on Monday.
Yeah. Learning things.
So did y'all see what happened in Nightingale on Wednesday?
No.
Which thing?
The fact that we got to head to a place called the Watch, and we have to go find Alan Quartermain. Looking forward to that.
Nice.
Only problem is I wish I could do Sean Connery's voice because that's how I would read anything that Alan tried to tell me.
As is the way you should.
There's a certain way you do Sean Connery's voice, and I can't remember what it's like. You put your tongue in a certain like or something. It or no, you don't. You keep your teeth closed, right?
I don't think I keep my teeth closed for Sean Connery. It's
I don't
only the
know.
tongue.
I think it helps me when I'm trying to do it or
No,
something.
I think everybody does it a little bit different, right? It's ever how your mouth is made.
I think it puts the emphasis like on the I don't know, tightening right here or something. I don't know.
My name is Sean Connery.
Don't-
Drop your panties. That's how you do it. That's how I got my first 5 wives. Then they were like, "You're not Sean Connery." We looked it up. He's been dead for years.
You just telling me you forgot to add the junior to that.
God.
Okay,
I'm looking forward to
getting-
that though. He better teach me a rifle.
I'm getting tired. Are you guys getting tired? It's getting
Sun's getting real low.
Did you just ask me if I'm getting tired? Did he make that
mean,
mistake?
It was a broad statement, but I think it was mainly
Mm.
targeted to me because we know you don't sleep for days.
If y'all had to sleep on the bullshit I had to sleep on, y'all wouldn't be fucking sleeping either. That 45-degree wedge is bullshit.
Yeah, agreed. That would be bullshit. No. Yeah, you guys get up and physically go to work tomorrow. The indignity of it all.
Gotta get up and kill zombies tomorrow.
But I do get Mexican.
That
There is that. Are you going to come and eat
wish-
Mexican, Diz?
possibly.
I wish I could eat
Yeah.
real Mexican California burrito while killing zombies.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Because this got carne asada steak in it, and they take a whole potato and slice it long ways and put that into the burrito. That fucking burrito's like that fucking big around, but this is the best fucking burrito I ever had when I was in Southern California. I mean, you can't get much closer to Mexico's cuisine without being in Mexico,
Fair.
unless they came across the border.
I mean, I once ate Mexican in a Mexican restaurant in Mexico. Does that count?
That's what I'm saying. That's the closest you can get to Mexican.
Very meta.
It is very meta.
That's like eating Taiwanese food in Taiwan. Than that.
That's true.
It's a lot hotter over there than it is over here. I'm just letting you know. Jesus Christ. I seen that in slow motion, Dis. Playing Race the Periscope.
Well,
that was,
fuck.
well, I think that's the song we all needing. So
I
we got some.
I think that's the close off, brother.
We got some D&D this weekend, and should be your game, right, Buck? So I'll have to start over to you, so you can talk about your streaming and stuff and things.
So, we do have D&D this weekend, but firstly, for me, I have some 7 Days to Die tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time. We're doing some Darkness Falls again, and then of course on Saturday at 7 p.m. Central Time, we have some Eat Our Realm of Dragons, where the party is going to have a party at an orphanage.
Yep.
And
so that-
then
Wow, we got a party. Yeah, party time. Dragon rolls.
Party
and
starts.
then-
Roll for initiative.
exactly.
I mean, maybe. And then they're gonna decide where they're going from there.
At the beginning of my parties, I always make everybody roll for initiative.
So we'll see what happens. And then I feel like I need to do a slight change up in scheduling for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So we'll see. But for right now, the schedule is Monday and Tuesday is Ark Survival Ascended, and then Wednesday is Nightingale. But it appears that Nightingale's maintenance is on Wednesdays. So it might be more beneficial to put Nightingale on Monday and then do Ark on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Makes
But
sense.
we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. But that's about it for me.
Playing. You've been doing all the talking tonight, so I guess I will just let you finish doing the talking.
Dang, that doesn't even
All right.
track.
Actually,
about
I'm starting to
that?
get a headache like right here.
All right.
Mhm.
Well, I will try to do this
I think
fast.
it's this
So
lot right here.
here we go, chat.
Brilliant.
Hold on to your butts. So we are Nerdacopia Network, and we stream things sometimes, and sometimes we don't, because you know why? We're grown ass men, and that's our prerogative. Boom. Also, we get tired. So on Monday nights at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we do Super Retro Game Show Extreme, where we're currently playing through The Legend of Zelda: Oracle of Ages. We are to the Black Tower, which should be the end of the game normally, but since it's linked with uh, Oracle of Seasons, and we've already completed that, there could be surprises. So definitely join us for that and see how that goes. Then on Thursday nights, we're here. Guess what we're doing? We're doing Three Old Men. That did not come out the way I wanted it to, but you know what we mean, chat? We mean we're doing the show. We're not actually doing Three Old Men. So there you go. That's at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You catch it. You're here live with us right now, or you're on YouTube. Hey, guess what? If you're on YouTube, guess what? You're already on NerdTube. So thank you for that. Why don't you look down at the bottom here below the video that you're currently watching and the little information bracket that's got all of our stuffs in it, and you can click that subscribe button. We would really appreciate that. It's free. It's $0, and it helps us out a lot with the YouTube algorithm. And we'd really like to grow our YouTube. It's growing. Views are going up. People are hitting the button. We really appreciate it. Let's keep it going. And then we also have merch. So if you go to nerdacopia.net, you can get merch there, and it's really cool. We have shirts and pants and hats and boggins and sweatpants and all sorts of stuff. So you can go there, check it out. While you're there, you can view our latest videos on YouTube and or TikTok while you're there. So you can check that out with our social command. That'll get you to our link tree. And once you're there, you can follow us everywhere you want to, such as Twitter, because I ain't calling it X. Fuck that. And all of our other social media platforms. And then is there anything else? Oh, yes, there is. There's one big thing. We have a Discord. Click that link, join our Discord server. We have lively conversations about things all the time, such as when we hell diving, where we hell diving, what time is the hell diving, when is Ellen going to invite me to help her in Final Fantasy 14? What memes Timmy has posted today, and what memes will other people post in regards to the meme that Timmy posted for that day? You
Why
don't know.
archers become bards, you know?
Exactly. Why do archers become bots? So there, all that stuff is there. There's gaming news. I post stuff that I find out during the day that I think people would like, and I put it. There's channels dedicated to certain things, such as strategy games and RPGs and survival games and stuff like that. So go there, follow us there, go in and say hi. We'll say hi back. It'll be great. You'll love it. All sorts of nice, friendly people there. And I think that's it, Diz.
All right. So, if nothing else, you can come back here and visit with us next Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
We should be doing this again.
And I'll have 2 lights.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As long as the
until
cats.
towards the end.
Can't
Don't get
guarantee that
involved.
they'll be there the entire time, but I will start with 2 lights.
Yep. Vin Diesel will be here unless the cats get him or the strawberry Swiss rolls.
That's true. That's true. Because if I like them, there's a chance I'll eat them.
All right.
But then I'll die.
So, until then, I don't know. Do
Until
something
then,
else.
chat, just remember the power is yours.
Okay. See you guys later.